Life will always involve effort, change, and unpredictability. That is woven into the human experience. Yet much of what truly tires us is not life itself, but our resistance to it. The endless mental replaying, the quiet expectations we never voice, the pressure to manage what was never ours to control. This is not about fault or self-criticism. It is about easing the weight you carry. When you stop battling what already exists, life does not suddenly become simple, but it does become gentler. Often, the heaviness we feel is created not by circumstances, but by the way we relate to them. One subtle way we complicate our lives is by opposing reality instead of cooperating with it. When something unfolds differently than we hoped, the mind immediately objects. This should not be happening. This is unfair. This was not the plan. Yet that inner protest changes nothing outside of you. It only consumes energy. You end up holding two loads at once, the challenge itself and the argument against it. Resistance can disguise itself as determination, but in truth it is often a refusal to acknowledge what is present. Acceptance is not surrender, nor is it approval. It is honesty. It is seeing clearly without distortion. When you face the moment as it truly is, your response becomes steadier and wiser. The instant you stop debating with reality, tension begins to dissolve. Energy once wasted on denial becomes available for thoughtful action or needed rest. The struggle may remain, but it no longer feels like a war. Another quiet burden comes from overanalyzing situations that simply require movement. The mind enjoys dissecting possibilities, forecasting outcomes, and rehearsing conversations. It feels careful and responsible. Yet excessive thinking rarely leads to calm. More often it creates paralysis. Most understanding does not arrive before action, but because of it. Confidence is built through motion, not mental rehearsal. The mind craves guarantees before stepping forward, but life rarely offers guarantees. It offers progress revealed gradually. When you remain caught in cycles of thought, even minor concerns appear enormous. But a single deliberate step, a message sent, a choice made, a boundary drawn, begins to clear the haze. Worries that seem towering shrink when met with gentle momentum. Serenity is not discovered by thinking more intensely. It is cultivated by moving consistently and trusting that insight follows effort. We also make life heavier when we tie our inner calm to outcomes beyond our influence. Many people carry a silent condition. I will feel secure when this succeeds. I will relax once things improve. I will be happy when I arrive there. In doing so, peace is postponed. When tranquility depends on results, it becomes fragile because results are unpredictable. Circumstances shift. Plans evolve. People change. Success may arrive late or in unexpected form. If your emotional stability is attached to external achievements or approval, you remain in a constant state of waiting. This does not mean ambition is wrong. It means well-being cannot be delayed until some future milestone. It must be practiced in the present. When stability grows from within, Both victory and disappointment are met with the same grounded strength. Outcomes still matter, but they no longer dictate your inner state. You begin living here, not in anticipation of later. Taking everything personally is another invisible weight. A brief tone, a delayed response, an offhand remark can quickly transform into a story about your value. Yet most behavior reflects the other person's stress, mood, fears, or unresolved struggles. When you internalize every reaction, ordinary moments become emotional injuries. You carry interpretations that were never intended for you. This creates constant self-questioning and needless blame. Emotional freedom begins with recognizing that not every response is a verdict about you. You are not required to absorb every silence, expression, or opinion. Some things are simply passing noise. When you stop claiming what does not belong to you, your inner world becomes clearer and lighter. You conserve your energy for what truly deserves your attention. Holding tightly to the past is another way we add unnecessary strain. Regret revisits old decisions. Resentment reopens healed wounds. Longing clings to chapters that have already closed. The mind returns to yesterday seeking resolution, attempting to understand pain that once felt overwhelming. Yet the past cannot be revised from the present moment. When you drag former versions of yourself into today, you increase your burden. Releasing does not mean dismissing what occurred. It means allowing it to inform you without defining you. It means loosening the identity built entirely around loss, mistakes, or nostalgia. Life continues to unfold whether you remain anchored behind or not. When you soften your attachment to what has ended, space emerges. Energy renews itself. You carry wisdom forward without carrying the weight. Finally, life grows heavier when you attempt to dominate it rather than respond to it. Control often appears as preparation, worry, and meticulous planning. Beneath these habits lies fear, fear of unpredictability, fear of disappointment, fear of the unknown. Yet existence is fluid. It bends and shifts without warning. Meeting that fluidity with rigidity creates tension. The body tightens, the mind remains on guard, and rest feels unreachable. True strength is not found in gripping tightly. It is found in adaptability. Responding requires awareness, observing what is happening now and adjusting thoughtfully. Flexibility allows you to remain steady without becoming brittle. When you release the obsession with controlling every detail, you do not become passive. You become resilient. You move alongside life rather than against it. Life does not demand flawlessness. It invites presence. Much of the pressure you feel begins to ease when awareness replaces resistance. You do not need to solve everything or secure every outcome. Sometimes peace arrives simply by abandoning the habits that make existence heavier than necessary. When you collaborate with life instead of contesting it, calm arises naturally. And in that calm, even effort feels lighter.